Okay, thank you all for your questions. They were very good, and I'm going to try to do my best to answer them. First of all, was Hitler a Jew? This is a popular myth. A lot of people think that he had some Jewish blood in him. Um, this is false. There is no evidence to suggest, no hard evidence that is, to suggest that he had any Jewish ancestry. Another question, why didn't people stand up to Hitler? Now, this is really a two-part question. Why didn't the rest of the world stand up to Hitler as he was gaining power and as he was expanding? Many people felt bad for Germany because of the way they were treated after World War I. Many people didn't want to go to war. The world was in a Great Depression, and they didn't want to risk the resources or risk another catastrophic war. And so they were very reluctant to take military action of any kind. Now, why didn't the German people themselves stand up to Hitler? Well, the fact was Hitler was a savior. Hitler was very popular. He gained power legally. He had a huge following. He was a very popular figure, and even if you didn't support Hitler, you couldn't have foreseen the horrors of World War II and the Holocaust. A lot of people did not think that their country was capable of doing something like that. How did Hitler gain so much power? This is another question that many of you had. The scary thing about it was he gained power legally. At first, Hitler did try to seize power by marching on the government, but this failed, and he was actually thrown in jail for 9 months. And then when he was in jail, he decided that if he was going to take power, he would do it legally. And he won, the Nazis won a series of elections, and Hitler was named second in command, which was Chancellor, and the Prime Minister of Germany died, and Hitler assumed complete power, and he actually had the Reichstag, or the German Parliament. They actually voted him supreme power, so they gave him complete control by voting on it. Another question, why the Jews? Why did he single out the Jews? First of all, Hitler believed that there was this massive worldwide conspiracy that the Jews created communism as an attempt to control the world. He believed that the Jews were responsible for all the major world wars, that they had caused World War I for financial reasons, and he basically blamed the Jews for everything. He blamed the Jews for the German surrender in World War I. He blamed the Jews for the bad economy. He blamed them for everything, and they were such a small percentage of the population that they were an easy target. Why did the soldiers follow Hitler's orders? Another great question. It was very interesting when Hitler became chancellor, when he became the sole ruler in Germany. He had the soldiers swear a loyalty oath not to the nation but to him personally. In the United States, if you're a soldier, you swear an oath to protect the Constitution. You don't swear an oath to the president per se, but the German soldiers at the time, they swore an oath to Hitler. Did Hitler perpetrate the Holocaust all by himself? And the simple answer is no. He had a lot of help. He had a lot of people that worked out the details. I don't believe that Hitler actually came up with the idea of gassing Jews in large sour facilities. Hitler gave a verbal order to exterminate the Jews, and he left it up to his bureaucrats to figure out what the most efficient way possible was for this to happen. And Hitler was more of a visionary. He didn't bog himself down in details like this. What was Hitler's childhood like? The short answer was it was fairly normal. He did not have a traumatic experience in his life that would lead us, that would lead to him becoming the most famous mass murderer. Um, he wanted to be an artist. Early in life, that was his goal. He was very artistic, and that was his first major goal in life, was to be an artist. And his father did not want him to be an artist, and there was some conflict there. After he went through, I guess, grammar school or high school, he tried to get into an art school in Vienna, and he was rejected. And at this point, he was kind of lost. He didn't know what to do with his life, and it wasn't until World War One started that he really gained some focus in his life. And he enlisted as a soldier in World War One, and he was decorated with an Iron Cross for bravery. And it was really his experiences in World War One that shaped who he became later in life. What did non-Jewish Germans do during Nazi Germany? Well, again, most of them just got on with their lives. Most of them, again, viewed Hitler as maybe an extremist, but definitely they did not foresee something like the Holocaust. They could not have foreseen something as cataclysmic as World War II. Um, Again, Hitler was a hero. He had restored German pride. He had restored German unity. And a lot of historians think that if Hitler had died in 1939, before World War II happened, if Hitler had died then, he would be celebrated as one of their national heroes.